Sir James Galway, OBE, born the 8th of December 1939, is an Irish virtuoso flute player from Belfast, nicknamed the man with the golden flute. Following in the footsteps of Jean-Pierre Rampal, he established an international career as a solo flute player. Early life and education. Galway was born in East Belfast near the Belfast docks as one of two brothers. His father, who played the flute, was employed at the Holland and Wolff shipyard until the end of World War II and spent night shifts cleaning buses after the war, while his mother, a pianist, was a winder in a flax spinning mill. Surrounded by a tradition of flute bands and many friends and family members who played the instrument, he was taught the flute by his uncle at the age of 9 and joined his fife and drum corps. At the age of 11 he won the junior, senior and open Belfast flute championships in a single day. His first instrument was a 5-key Irish flute, and at the age of 12 or 13, he received a bowm instrument. He left school at the age of 14 and worked as an apprentice to a piano repairer for 2 years. He subsequently went to London to study the flute at the Royal College of Music under John Francis, and then at the Guildhall School of Music under Geoffrey Gilbert. He then studied at the Paris Conservatoire under Gaston Crunel and Jean-Pierre Rampal, and also privately with Marcel Moyes. Career. After his education, he spent 15 years as an orchestral player. He has played with Sadler's Wells Opera, Covent Garden Opera, the London Symphony Orchestra and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. He auditioned for the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra under Herbert von Karajan, and was principal flute of that orchestra from 1969 to 1975. To Karajan's surprise and dismay, after a period of some disagreement, Galway decided that he would leave to pursue a solo career. In addition to his performances of the standard classical repertoire, he features contemporary music in his programs, including new flute works commissioned by and for him by composers including David Amram, Malcolm Arnold, William Bolcom, John Corigliano, John Wolfe Brennan, Dave Heath, Lowell Lieberman and Joaquin Rodrigo. The album James Galway and the Chieftains in Ireland by Galway and the Chieftains reached number 32 in the UK Albums Chart in 1987. Galway still performs regularly and is one of the world's most well-known flute players. His recordings have sold over 30 million copies. In 1990, he was invited by Roger Waters to play at the Wall Live in Berlin concert, held in Potsdamer Platz. He played Pink Floyd's songs Goodbye Blue Sky and Is There Anybody Out There? Quote, Galway performed for the Academy Award-winning ensemble recording the soundtracks of Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings film trilogy, composed by Howard Shore. In June 2008, he was inducted into the Hollywood Bowl Hall of Fame along with Liza Minnelli and B. King. He currently performs on Nagahara flutes, as well as some Muramatsu flutes. Conselma produces his line of flutes, Galway Spirit Flutes. Galway is president of a global organization called FluteWise, a charitable organization which supports young flute players, run by Liz Goodwin. In 2003 he formed the Music Education Consortium together with Julian Lloyd-Webber, Evelyn Glennie and Michael Carman to pressure the British government into providing better music education in schools. He is an ambassador for the National Foundation for Youth Music, a UK charity. He was made an Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in 1977, and was knighted in 2001. The first wind player ever to receive that honour. He is a national patron of Delta Omicron, an international professional music fraternity. In December 2013 Galway launched First Flute, an online interactive series of lessons for beginning flute students of all ages. He received the 2014 Gramophone Lifetime Achievement Award. Personal life. Galway has been married 3 times. His first marriage, to a French woman, produced a son. He married his second wife, Annie Ringley, a daughter of the well-known Swiss architect, in 1972, and moved from Berlin to Lucerne, Switzerland, her hometown. The couple had twin daughters and a son. In 1978 he recorded for her an instrumental version of John Denver's Annie's Song. It peaked at No. 3 in the UK singles chart. After their divorce he moved to Meggen, Switzerland, a village next to Lucerne, where he resides now with his third wife, the American-born Jean Galway, née Sinanta, whom he married in 1984. They often tour together playing duets. In addition, they give masterclasses for flutists of all levels. Galway is a dedicated Christian who visits various types of churches while traveling, as long as they are not modern and happy-clappy, and prays before his concert performances. He also wears a cross pendant, about which he says, "It's not jewelry. It's something that reminds me of what I should be doing and how I should be behaving." Quote, in August 1977, Galway was run over by a large speeding motorcycle in Lucerne, breaking his left arm and both legs and requiring a 4-month hospital stay. He has the eye condition nystagmus, and is a patron of the Nystagmus Network, a UK-based support group for people with the condition. On the 23rd of December 2009, he fell down a flight of stairs at his home, fracturing his left wrist and shattering his right elbow. Appearing on The Nolan Show in June 2015, Galway stated that he views his national identity as Irish. He was critical of the actions of the Northern Irish government during his childhood, and singled out prominent unionist figures such as Ian Paisley for fostering the division that led to the Troubles. His comments were criticized by prominent unionist politicians, among them Sammy Wilson, describing Northern Ireland as the British-occupied part of Ireland. Sir James further elaborated he would like Ireland to be Ireland, and that when people ask him where he comes from he says Ireland, and when asked if he is Irish, he replies affirmatively. James's younger brother George Galway, born Belfast, the 23rd of December 1940, is a jazz musician, clarinet, flute, and saxophone, and teacher based in Manchester, England. George's elder child and James's nephew, Martin Galway, is a musician known for his work on Commodore 64 computer game music in the 1980s. Discography. Note: this list is far from complete. Earlier albums were re-released on CD in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Some of these may be listed below by their CD release date rather than their original release. Media. Notes. Sources. Galway, James. 1978. An Autobiography. London. Chappell and Company. ISBN 0-340-24721-5. Galway, James. W. Mann. 1982. James Galway's Music in Time. London. Mitchell Beazley. ISBN 0-85533-382-0. Galway, James. 1982. Flute. Yehudi Menuhin Music Guides. London. MacDonald. ISBN 0-356-04711-3. Cloth. ISBN 0-356-04712-1. PBK. New York. Schirmer Books. ISBN 0-02-871380-X. Reprinted 1990. London. Kahn and Avril. London. Carnan Avril ISBN 1-871082-13-7. Official website. Official artists page. imgartists.com 15 September 2008. Sir James Galway's new recording O'Reilly Street to be released on 16 September. Quote. Archived from the original on 10 February 2009. allaboutjazz.com 5 August 2008. James Galway's channel on YouTube. Howard Shore. The Lord of the Rings. The Return of the King. Music files. Full biography. Photo and details of Southern Africa tour. 1976. Dedicated to tour organizer Hans Adler.